Welcome back to Goodreads Book Crew. It is me, Goddess of Love and Truth, coming to you with another video. So, we're going to continue where we left off with Kim's Lost Words. Yeah, it was very giving, much tea, very interesting. And we left off with chapter 8, and we're going to begin today with chapter 9. Before we begin, just want to bring this to you guys' attention. If you have not already seen the video, this is our book for November 1st, Layla by Colleen Hoover. We will start reading this back on November 1st. Starting back up the book crew. This read is just a bonus read, so it wasn't asked for anyone to get this. It's just a bonus read that I decided to go ahead and read before November 1st. All right, you guys. So we're going to get back into it today. Thank you guys again for joining. If I didn't say it already, click that subscribe button. Click that bell notification for all so that you never miss an upload, okay? Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So y'all heard that? That's the chair. I'm going to get me another chair. All right, because this chair be sounding like I'm Putin. Okay, see, y'all heard it? Chair. I'm not going to play with this chair. Oh, I need my glasses. But thank you guys again for joining. If you're not subscribed to my other channel, Goddess of Love and Truth Reacts, make sure you guys go over there and subscribe to that channel. It is a reaction channel. I react to different types of entertainment news. Not necessarily politics, but I did cover when they had the assassination attempt on Trump. P. Diddy news is out there. Other news, Shirley Strawberry, ex-husband Ernesto Williams, Wade Wilson. A lot of different things. And I did reaction videos as well to like music and also to Texas Bushman. So make sure you guys go over there, check out that channel, subscribe to both channels. That channel is doing a giveaway. So make sure y'all go over there and check out the most recent video uploaded. Again, that channel is called Goddess of Love and Truth Reacts. I will put a link down in the description of this video as well as in the comment section, okay? All right. All right, let's get into it. Put some hair in the front. All right. Probably should have already had my book ready and prepared at the chapter because it seems like this camera turns off at 21 minutes. Let me get some water because I know my mouth dry. The last upload, I was trying to rush through it, so I was fumbling through it because I was trying to get ready to watch the Cowboys game, even though we lost. I don't want to hear nothing about my Cowboys in the comment section below either. It's about this book. Tell me what y'all think about this book. About P. Diddy. All right. Chapter 9. Going back to Cali. Going back to Cali. Cali. Okay. We had a wild night. It was after one of Sean's infamous parties. Infamous, sorry. We had a wild night. It was after one of Sean's infamous parties. Everyone was there. And we not only had threesomes, but we also swapped partners. Yeah, that's some freak offs. Our sex life was crazy, but I got to do things with Sean I would never have been able to do with a straight man. Sean cared about me. Child, I don't know about that. But it was becoming more and more obvious that he preferred men. I was beginning to think I was there more to cover his wild desires than because he really wanted to be with me. He was like Caesar, every woman's man and every man's woman. But truthfully, at that stage, I was becoming okay with it. Child. I woke up and left the bedroom where I was with Jada Pickett and Sean. Ooh, with who? We're not going to just roll past that like she'd just say that. OMG. I woke up and left the bedroom where I was with Jada Pickett. And Sean happened to be coming out of the bedroom with Blank and Will Smith. Yes, Blank attended the parties from time to time. Who is Blank? See, I don't like this. I know they gave a disclaimer and they said they was going to put X's in here, but I need to know, like, how are you naming some people, but you're not naming all people? Y'all name Jay-Z, y'all name Jada Pickett, you name Will Smith. Why you can't name who this was? Who came out the room with him and Will Smith? Child. Yes, Blank attended the parties from time to time. I could see him and Will kind of snuggled up on the bed together. I was grateful I wasn't asked to join in that room. I didn't really like Blank. Sean smiled when he saw me. Good morning. Here at the orgies, he wasn't very affectionate. He didn't want to pretend, he didn't have to pretend, but he couldn't walk straight. I knew how his ass felt, literally. We've had sessions. I'm sorry for laughing, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We've had sessions playing with each other, anal cavities. I wanted to be home before Quincy woke up, so I told him I'm getting ready to go. He responded, let's have a cup of coffee first. This meant he wanted to talk. I didn't know what it was about, but in situations like this, I didn't really have a choice. He was becoming more violent when he didn't get what he wanted, and I didn't really want to fight. So I sat down. Before we started talking, Blank came out of the room. Sean was wearing boxers. Blank was in his birthday suit. Blank addressed us. Morning. When he turned around in order to close the door, there was a dried cum stain on his back. Blank walked over, pulled a chair out to sit down next to us, and lit a blunt. Sean stretched, smiled, and said, this East Coast, West Coast beef is more lucrative than I thought, but it's getting dangerous. Blank responded, surprised. Business first thing in the morning. Damn, 'cause you own it. But you know you don't got nothing to worry about. You got a pass, Daddy. Blank smiled coldly. I'm sorry. Sean apparently had something to talk about with X as well, because he said, I can't protect everybody, especially if someone is no longer going to be on my label. It was apparent that Blank was taken aback by this turn of events, by his reply. Sean, are you saying what I think you're saying? Sean continued, it's taxing on my resources to protect people. Someone that isn't 100% on my team can't get 100% of my protection. Well, what the hell is going on here? What did Sean want from me? This morning is turning out to be way more than I expected, and I have to go. Quincy will be looking for me. Meanwhile, X apparently wanted clarity. So to be clear, if something happened, X, which is Blank, made quotation marks with his finger to one of your artists that was leaving your label anyway, it would be considered he makes another set of quotation marks out of your control. Is that what you're saying? Wait a minute. Can they be talking about Biggie? That's who I thought, child. That's who I thought. Is Sean saying he won't protect Biggie? At this point, I was too young, too naive, too hungover to understand that this was not a lack of protection. This was a hit. Where did this come from this morning? But an old wiser me understands now what I did not comprehend all those years ago. So that means that whoever this person is, the author who wrote this book on behalf of Kim, he know who it is because she didn't blank out the names. The author is blanking out the names. He need to tell us who it is. He said he gonna reveal everything afterwards, but child, I need to know now who knew about the hit with Biggie. They already told on Jimi Hendrix knew about the hit with Tupac. Child, where I stop at? Okay. So where did all this come from this morning? But an older, wiser me understands now what I didn't comprehend all those years ago. Sean was just getting the real reason that he had blank there. The world was about to lose Biggie. Blank laughed. You a cold motherfucker. Sean said, why the fuck should I protect someone that isn't going to stick around? I made him. That nigga should be worshiping the ground I fucking walk on. I was thinking, Sean's ego is rearing its ugly head. And I wanted to get out of there. But instincts told me I need to tread carefully. So my next move had to be calculated. I don't really want any parts of this. Not even implicity. I think that means she didn't want to be implicated. I don't know. But I was just dragged right in the middle of it. If what was happening here ever comes out, will I be held as an accomplice? But even as those thoughts crossed my mind, I couldn't just pretend this was okay. So I said, but Sean, he hasn't left yet. They're just rumors. Are you going to let him die because of some rumors? Child, girl, you probably should have hushed. Sean glared at me, the anger in his voice obviously steaming from his hurt as he said, I know when I'm being betrayed. I am not killing anyone, but I am not protecting somebody that doesn't have my back 150%. Fuck that. This was railing out of control. My mind began to race. Is there a way to get through to him? Maybe I could use the finance route. Sure, he's bringing in so much money. You put so much money into cultivating him. Are you going to throw away all that money? That's when he revealed how thought out this meeting really was. If he leaves, he takes all the money I invested into creating him, Sean sighs. But if he can't protect himself and something terrible does happen, then the money I would make off of his death would blow away all the money we made so far. Child, they do always say you worth more dead than alive when you into this type of business. Child, that's crazy. I was perplexed. Sean, he continued, he's worth more to me dead than alive. I just said that. And I promise I hadn't read the next line. But that's what they say. Sean Combs is a calculated monster. Blank chimes in, I get that, fam. A lot of people out there want Biggie dead too. Without your protection, he doesn't stand a chance in Cali. Biggie is going to die. This is crazy. I dare not say anything else about this. Sean smiles and stands to walk over to a safe behind a picture. There he pulls out a bag marked with Blank's name. He turns to Blank and says, that's why you're worth your weight in gold. You understand me. Here's a little something for you to take care of my people. Blank smiles. Sean, I love you, baby. You know I got your back. Your problems are my problems. I'll make sure to have people take care of your people. I need to get out of here. This is crazy. I attempted to leave again. Sean, I want to get Quincy before he wakes up. Sean looked at me responding, it's getting late. Give him a kiss for me. I'm going to get out of here. Thank God. Blank always with something to say. I love to meet the little tyke sometime. Boy, I almost said the other word that I ain't saying the words unless they in the book, but you want me to meet my son? For what? No. She said, not a chance in hell. Something about this guy creeps me out. I forced a smile. That will be great. I made my exit. She know good and well. Like she said, not a chance in hell. Chapter 10. The Lies You Tell. I don't know why my book, I think this light that's on where the camera is giving me a glare, so I can't see at certain angles. Okay. At this point, the relationship between Sean and I had been off and on for quite a while, and we were off at this point. He had put his hands on me again, this time for something that didn't even happen. It was all in his head. When the phone rang, I picked it up anyway. Hi, Sean. He sounded, child, what this word say? He sounded trepidatious. As he said, I ain't never heard that word. I'm going to have to look it up, but not right now. Trepidatious. Trepidatious. Child, Trepidatious, in case y'all want to look it up. He sounded trepidatious as he said, we've been broken up for a while this time. Yeah, he continued. I don't want anyone to know about my... He paused to search for the right words. Prolificative, I replied. So you don't want people to know about you being gay? Sean exploded. See, that's why I fucking lose control on you. So I just plainly stated, goodbye, Sean. Wait, he screamed. What, Sean? I'm sorry, okay? You're always fucking sorry. He took a deep breath. I have to do something to cover myself. I sighed. Do whatever you fucking want, Sean. When you see this in the news, it's not real. This made me calm down a moment. What you mean when you see this in the news? I don't get that part because, child, he probably would have tried to take her out right then. So she said she calmed down at that moment. What could he be talking about? Oh, he said that. So that's why she calmed down, and so she didn't know what he was talking about. He just up and said, when you see this in the news, it's not real. This made me calm down a moment. What could he be talking about? He continued, I'm only doing it for press. Doing what, Sean? After a long pause, he continued, she know what this is. She's just pretending to cover me. Sean, what the hell are you talking about? Another pause. Publicly. I'm going to be dating someone soon. Someone else soon. A video girl, I laughed. Why would you do that? I have to cover myself. I was getting mad. I was actually angrier at myself more than at him, which she should be. Why was I getting jealous? I don't even know, girl, because baby, let him go. But he wasn't going to let her go. As we clearly see, he never did. I was sitting there actually comparing myself to the video vixens in my head. They are thick, but look at my body. Did he prefer them light-skinned, big-butt girls from the video? I calmed myself. She calmed herself down. Now I know he likes men any damn way. As I regained control, I asked, why the hell are you telling me? He sighed. I wanted you to find out for me first. Like I give a shit. He came at me with his favorite line, "You know I love you." It was getting old. I could only think to myself, here we go. Love is big. Love is big, strong word. Oh, love is a big, strong word. Sorry. I heard it stop again that time. So I went, that's the chair. I caught it that time. Hopefully I hear it this next time. All right, where I stop at. Here we go. Love is a big, strong word. I'm tired of him throwing it around and using it when it fits his needs. He's using it while he's sitting there telling me about dating someone else, I replied. You don't hit people you love, Sean. Love doesn't hurt. He sucks his teeth as he responded. Come on, are you serious? That's shit for children. We aren't in fucking high school. Sometimes things happen. That doesn't mean I don't love you. I wouldn't hit you if I didn't. What? Wait. That sounded wrong. You said exactly what you meant. He took a breath. There was an awkward silence. The fact I was still on the phone and waiting for him to speak meant he had the power. He was more cautious as he continued. He didn't want to lose the power. Kim, no one that I don't care about can bring that kind of emotion out of me. I wanted to say, is that how you talk to dudes after using butt plugs? But is there a line I dare to cross? But is this a line I dare to cross? Probably not, girl. Instead, I said, you say that while you're dating some other bitch. That's just for public. I was done. It could be heard in my voice as I said, whatever, Sean. Do what you need to do. Leave me alone. I'm never giving up on us, he cried. I responded to the emotional control attempt with the little resolve I could muster. I didn't even believe the words that came tumbling out of my mouth. Sean, there is no us anymore. Goodbye. Tell Quincy I miss him, he threw out. His emotional manipulation was really driving me crazy, this time with much more conviction. Goodbye, Sean. I hang up. Manipulative bastard. All right, so that was the end of chapter 10, and we're going to get into chapter 11. But before we get into chapter 11, I'm going to end this video right quick because it already went off, and then I'm going to start it on the phone. All right, guys, I am back. I wish this camera would stop doing this, but it's on the phone now, so let's see how that works. Chapter 10, Mo Problems, and it's a M-O. For a while, I was actually happy to see Sean gone. I was getting older, and the sex parties were out of control. It was getting time for me to slow down. Quincy was getting older. I knew that if I kept going, the rumors circulating were going to eventually find a way back to him. What would he think of me? Chris is about to take his trip to California. I didn't know exactly what was going on, what was going to happen out there, but I felt like Tiana Wallace was about to be an orphan. Who is Tiana Wallace? Child, I need to do some research. I knew I didn't want any ties to that. As I was sitting there contemplating all of this in my robe, sipping my wine on this Friday evening, my doorbell rings. I was not expecting company. I opened the door and found Sean. My heart skipped a beat. Yeah. I was shocked, but recovered quickly. I forced a smile and told him with a slightly slurred speech, "Hey, come in." Shit, I am way more intoxicated than I thought. Sean entered looking around suspiciously, then turned to me and smiled, saying, You haven't been returning my calls. I just wanted to make sure you was okay." "I'm fine." He obviously was not here out of concern. He was checking to see who was here. Sean was controlling like that. Yes, even though we were not together and he was dating someone else, he started to make his way over to the living room. I attempted to put a quick end to his visit, but it came out a little more directly than I intended. So since you can see I'm fine, you can let me go to bed now. Part of me wanted him to stay. What? As he entered the living room, I was forced to follow. Sean was very direct with his next inquiry. Is someone else waiting for you? No, but Sean, we're not together. You're dating someone else. I can fuck whoever I choose. With this, Sean became irate. He fiercely slammed me into the ground. Then he pulled out a .22 and sat it on the end table. He turned to me calmly. I was scared. My voice quivered as I pled to him. Sean, please stop. Quincy is here. How did we get there? How did we get here? How did we get to this point that he was in my living room threatening me with a gun? He knelt on one knee and got right in my face to say, you're mine. You don't have a choice in that now. I can't live without you. He crazy as hell. He stood up, composing himself. I was terrified as I whimpered. Sean, that's not love. Sean picked up his gun and cocked it. Oh, hell no. He looked at me almost thoughtfully and asked, have you ever heard, if I can't have you, no one can? Sean, please don't. Please. Quincy will hear. Sean smiled and put the gun away, saying, oh, this is just for dramatic effect. I would never shoot you. If I was going to kill you, no one would trace it to me. Just like he did. Ooh-wee. You know how many people I've had to take care of over the years? It would be quiet. Something in your food or your drink. Something that would never get back to me. I wouldn't shoot you. Do you understand? I could only nod, tears flowing down my cheeks. He looked at me thoughtfully as he reached down to help me up. I could do nothing but agree. He's a terrifying monster. Now he wanted to smooth it over, and I had to go along with it. What else could I do? Listen, baby, I don't ever want to hurt you. You know I really love you, or I would have moved on. Thinking about living my life without you is just too hard. If someone ever tried to hurt you, I would kill them. My back hurt from where I hit it on the table when he shoved me. All I could do as he helped me up was nod that I understood through my streaming tears, which he wiped. He looked towards Quincy's room. Let me say goodnight. No, Sean, please. He's thinking quickly. He has to get up in the morning. Sean looked at me with an unreadable look. He was studying me. Okay, I'm gonna go. Nervously, I walked him to the front door. This is over, thank God. He kissed me. I didn't want him touching me, but I couldn't refuse. Kiss Quincy for me. I tried to keep my composure as I replied, sure, Sean. He opened the door to leave. The bodyguard that was waiting outside escorted him to the car. This was far worse than I realized. Why would I need a bodyguard at my front door? How was he anticipating this to go after I shut the door? I had another drink. For tonight, the nightmare was over. I sipped on my wine and cried. The next few days, he sent dozens of flowers. He bought Quincy expensive toys. He didn't want me. He wanted me to keep his secret. I'm trapped. He has the authorities under his thumb. I can't go to them. This is like a gangster movie. How high up does his power go? How far is his reach? The FBI, the CIA, who is not corrupted or won't get silenced by their upper chain of command? Child. Can anyone help me and my child? He found his way back to my bed. I had no choice. Chapter 12, A Mama's Love. The calamity that ensued between the death of Biggie shook the East Coast. It rocked me as well. Sean could have stopped it. He was complicit in it. He was a contributor. He knew it was going to happen and didn't stop it. This was his friend. No, they were not nearly as close as Sean would have been public. Wait, this was his friend. No, they were not nearly as close as Sean would have the public to believe, but still. As far as Sean was concerned, we were great. To the public, we were just having the off and on relationship of a normal couple. And I probably just seemed like a money-hungry hoe. But the truth is, I just got used to not having a choice. Today, I recognize it for what it is. Stockholm Syndrome. Yep. I was at his beck and call, and he had become comfortable with it. Quincy had everything he could ever want, with the exception, of course, of a normal parental figure. This is why this chapter is so powerful for me. A mother's love is real. One night I was out with my one night I was out with my boyfriend. Yes, we were on again. And we were joined for dinner by none other than Miss Wallace. Sean looked over as security allowed Miss Wallace to approach the table and sit. Miss Wallace spoke with a smile. Hello, Sean. Hi, Kim. I smiled the best I could. What a situation. For all intents and purposes, she is sitting with her son's killer. I hope my voice didn't betray my feelings as I said, hi, Miss Wallace. Sean smiled also as he said, hello, Miss Wallace. What can I do for you? When I got your call, it sounded urgent. He was able to appear as if he was smiling warmly. This was the creepiest situation of my entire life. She looked at Sean with pleading eyes. I know this isn't your problem, but things have gotten kind of hard. I was hoping that you could send some of that money Chris made with you. Oh, Chris' name was Biggie? Biggie Small's name was Chris? I didn't know that. Okay, that's why. I was like, who was Chris? Okay. I was hoping that you could send some of that money Chris made with you this way. Sean shook his head. That's not something I can just do. There are attorneys and accountants. Can I help you out with a little something to get you past the hump? Damn shame. That's a damn shame. Sean reached into his pocket to dig for his wallet. Wow. I haven't even seen how much Chris left. It's going on 2 years. Just how long is this going to take? Sean sighed as he replied, these things are difficult, Mrs. Wallace. She went from Miss Wallace to Mrs. Wallace. I don't know. The attorneys don't make this easy. Now it's back to Miss Wallace. Maybe that was a typo. Miss Wallace pushed further. I don't understand what's so difficult. He worked for you. He made his money. Where is it? Sean shook his head as if saddened by what he was saying as he continued. It's not like I can just give you his money. You're entitled to certain amounts, and they are just trying to figure out what that amount is. I don't mean to sound cruel, but it wouldn't be fair to me to just give you tons of money. You got rich off my son, and now you're keeping all of his money? Sean kept his cool as he replied, I'm afraid business isn't that cut and dry, Miss Wallace. I paid for publishing, publicity, and I paid for I paid for publishing, publicity. I mean, in all actuality, if I'm going to be straightforward, Miss Wallace, Chris probably owed me money. Wow. The audacity. I won't know until it's all worked out. The anger in Miss Wallace's voice barely overshadowed the pain, or perhaps it magnified it as she uttered the only words she could muster, you bastard. Sean didn't flinch. He just said, look at the contract. I am honestly trying to get him as much as possible out of it. But if I have investors, I can't just take the money that doesn't belong to him and start giving it away. Miss Wallace exploded in response. You know good and well Chris didn't owe you a damn thing. Sean stared at her straight in her eyes, unwaveringly, and said, he could have started making a profit after a few years. His money, until his album sales, paid for studio time, music video, publishing, and marketing, would have come from him doing shows. I'm sorry he isn't here to take that money. I miss him. Her response was dead pain. Did you kill my son? Ooh. Momentarily, Sean was stunned into silence. She asked again, her voice quivering, did you? He stared. He started. Miss Wallace, she would not be redirected. Answer the question. I was not used to seeing Sean on the defensive. No, of course not. She looked at him with spite, the anger in her voice enough to send shivers up my spine as she replied with a menace in her weight. She looked at him with spite, the anger in her voice enough to send shivers up my spine as she replied with the menace only a mother can. I don't believe you, Sean. Sean looked at her with a sadness that I knew in my soul to be fake. Although looking at him without content, anyone would believe him. He replied, I'm sorry to hear that. Today I know he was able to muster I'm sorry, y'all. I can't read today. Today, he was able to muster that false sincerity because he's a psychopath. Back then, I thought it was compassion with no more words. Miss Wallace stood up and left. Sean watched her exit with disbelief. Not knowing what to do, I placed my order. Dinner that night was long and silent. I feared for Miss Wallace's life. Sean is most dangerous when he feels threatened. No, she could not physically threaten him, but this threat was very real. If she goes public with her accusations, Sean's image would be damaged. I have felt for myself the extent he will go through in order to protect that image. Chapter 13, Have Some Faith. The fact of the matter is, Sean was a complete control freak. He was absolutely the worst. But of all the things he did for control, this might have been one of the most despicable ones. We were in the bad boy office one evening, sitting in the lounge area enjoying a meal. Sean was smoking one of those big cigars he liked when Faith entered and sat down with us. Child, I figured she had something to do or she knew about it. But let's see what it says. She seemed relaxed as she said, hey guys. I smiled. I never had any bad vibes from I never had any bad vibes from the marvelous Faith Evans. We never talked about the wild time, the threesome, the three of us. Wait, child, what is going on? I've been working all day. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to get this together. We never talked about the wild time the three of us shared at one of Sean's parties. So I was saying threesome, but it didn't say threesome, but that's what you're talking about. That's the way they writing it too. I gave her a hug. Hey girl, what's up? Sean smiled and asked, hey, what brings you out? She addressed Sean saying, look, when you asked me to hook up with Chris. What? She said, look, when you asked me to hook up with Chris, I understood you needed to control him. I felt honored that you would choose me to monitor one of your most valuable assets. Chris is sweet. Sean laughed and said, honestly, I knew you would be good. Make the big man feel love. Wow. Oh my God. Wow. And you know she married to Stevie J now. Child. I don't feel good about all of this, Sean. Sean got that look in his eyes he gets before he blows his top. Faith saw it also. She treaded carefully. Sean, you know I'm as loyal as they come. Sean leaned forward, unintentionally threatening, and said in a low tone, yeah. But Sean, Chris, and I had a child together. What? But Sean, Chris, and I had a child together. Sean leaned back. Oh, she telling him. It's the way they wrote it. Okay. She said, but Sean, Chris, and I had a child together. Sean leaned back. He let out a deep breath. I'm going to take care of you. You're not like Chris. You're loyal. Faith had a tear in her eye as she responded. Wow. So she's talking about her baby with Biggie. Oh my God. So he planted her there. Wow. Wow. He didn't have to die. This is getting very touchy. Did she know? Did she suspect? Was this her trying to find out if Sean intentionally killed Biggie? I wanted to ask, but of course, there was no way of doing that. This is so crazy. Sean sighed and replied, he didn't. Don't get me wrong, I miss him. But he was leaving me anyway. No one cares about my pain. Classic narcissist. Damn right. It's all about him. I was sickened for a moment, but his next sentence made me feel for him anyway. I wanted to share all this with him. He was my man. Faith couldn't hide the anger that flared in her eyes, but she knew who she was talking to. She was careful as she spoke. Sean, you have friends you share things with. Sean sat forward again, this time with malicious intent as he queered. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Chris had no one, only you. Sean lost it. That fat fuck and that other piece of shit I had you fuck. Who you talking about, Tupac? Because he had her fuck Tupac. I mean, had her to sleep with Tupac too. I mean, well, she slept with Tupac too, but is we finna find out he had her to do that too? I interjected while in shock. You had her fuck Pac? Whew, I knew it. Sean glared at me as he answered, yes, fucking Pac. Those motherfuckers were going to try to start their own label and compete with me. Me. After all I did for that fat fuck? No, I wasn't using resources to protect that motherfucker. No fucking way. As Faith started to cry, Sean looked at her and softened slightly. He spoke a little calmer. Look, I didn't hate him. I was hurt, but I didn't hate him. I'll make sure you and CJ are taken care of. Without words, Faith got up to leave. As she turned, she spoke softly. As she turned, Sean spoke softly. Faith. She ignored him. He called to her again. Faith. She exited quickly. Sean just looked at me and said, damn, I really didn't know what to say. Sean told Faith that he wouldn't protect her husband because he was going to leave Bad Boys. From a business perspective, I didn't disagree with Sean there. If you're leaving and creating competition for him, why would he spend resources on you? So I hugged Sean. Sure. But I also knew he didn't have to send Chris to California. I wondered if he realized that he sentenced him to death. He hugged me back with tears in his eyes as he asked, how the fuck am I the bad guy? Huh? I fucking do nothing but bust my ass to make everyone live comfortably. And I'm supposed to just let niggas walk all over me? As I held him in a confident embrace, I replied, no, baby. He took me right there on the couch. Like I said, Stockholm Syndrome. All right, so that was the end of chapter 13. We're not going to start chapter 14 yet. I need to take a break because I've been working all day and I came on here and did this right after I got off of work. So we're going to start on chapter 14. I'll probably do it later on this evening. What time is it now? Yeah, it's 3:50. So I might do it tonight or I may do it tomorrow. So there's just 5 more chapters. All right, you guys. So that's it today for Kim's Lost Words. And we'll pick up chapter 14 on the next video. Again, if you have not gotten your book for November 1st reading, it is Layla by Colleen Hoover. We will be reading that November 1st. Make sure you all are subscribed to this channel. Click that bell notification for all so that you never miss an upload. Like the video, share the video, leave your comments down below in the comment section. I will finish the book. And thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. I see the first video, part 1 and part 2, has gotten a lot of views. Y'all ain't been liking it, but it got a lot of views, so that's why I went ahead and still started again today. So if this video get a lot of views, then yes, I'll go ahead and I'll finish reading it with you guys. If not, I don't know. I may still come on here and read it anyway just to finish it off because it's only 5 chapters left. But make sure y'all go over to Goddess of Love and Truth Reacts and subscribe to that channel as well. Share the video, like the video, click that bell notification for all so that you never miss an upload. Thank you guys again for tuning in. I appreciate the support and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye. Bye. Do say it. Y'all see my shirt? Thick thighs matter. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Bye. Deuces.